Hello everyone and welcome back to part 4 of Wolfenstein Uber Walkthrough. Today we are beginning chapter 2, and really it is the most easiest chapter you have to do in this game. Most of it involves stealth. The last part of it involves a little bit of a firefight, but it's not ridiculously hard. So make sure when you leave through here, stay in stealth. And I emphasize this because you don't have a gun. You literally only have a pistol. And if they find you, they will tear you to shreds. Now, I didn't memorize the pattern for most of these enemies, but you do have to act quickly and take out the commanders before they notice you. Therefore, the best thing you can do is to use your dual knives and throw at many of the enemies. And make sure you do it quickly, because if you get caught, and the enemies will see some of these dead bodies, they will alert the commanders and you will be in a very, very bad situation. But otherwise, take it slow. Watch for the enemies to come towards you and act accordingly. And remember, patience is a virtue in this part of the game. A lot of people will rush out here and begin a firefight. But on the hardest difficulty in this game, the game wants you to utilize stealth to your advantage. People who do find themselves having an easier time, especially when it comes to getting through levels with little to no deaths. But people who rush through this, they will find themselves dying very often. Now, once you take out this last guard, you're pretty much clear until you get down to the bottom floor. However, just like up here, you can take them out with thrown knives without getting caught, without alerting anyone. All it takes is a little bit of time to pick your spot and attack.
You Nazis shooting folks who can't defend themselves.
Once you start coming down these stairs, make sure not to be standing. Walk slowly but surely and take out the enemies before they see you. Throwing a knife into the enemy is the best way to take them out stealthy. Nobody will hear you. You won't waste time in the animation of stabbing somebody. And of course, it is the most efficient way to do it. Now, while there may be one guard standing there, there is another guard that patrols the area. Once he goes back to his original post, this is the best time to take him out. Use your knife, of course, to take him out stealthy. And take out the guard up here before he catches wind of what he just did. Afterwards, this area is clear for the moment. Use this time to go around, pick up any and all collectibles you need. In fact, there is one collectible on the staircase, which took me quite a while to find and how to get into it. But what you need to do is find the crack in the staircase and shoot the lock off of the door. Also, I forgot there was one extra enemy in the room to the back. But without his buddies, he's not much of a trouble to deal with. Now, if you chose Fergus like I did in the earlier playthrough, you will be going after armor. I believe armor is the best way to get through this playthrough because you get more percentage of armor every time you pick one up. And later on, you will need it. It will be the thing that saves you. However, if you chose to go for Fergus and go for the health option instead, then make sure you get all the health collectibles whenever they appear in the level. Otherwise, you will have basically given the game free reign to take you apart at any moment. Damn, I didn't like that one. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I did it too early. Now, once you've taken out all of the enemies, a truck will come and bring in mechanical enemies, or drones as they're called. If you've been following the guide, you should be up to a perk where you have to kill 5 mechanical enemies with a grenade. Now, there are 2 grenades on the table, and 3 drones that come out of the truck, which you can use to kill and get the perk that allows you to throw grenades and have them detonate on impact. And it is very helpful because it unlocks new strategy for you to take throughout early and later levels. Of course, if always, since there are only 3, you can always use the trick to reload a checkpoint to continue forward and get these perks done like I do. And of course, once you take out the remaining enemies, Chapter 2 is basically over.
Jesteś żołnierzem? Umiesz walczyć? Kim jesteś?
Jestem William J. Blaskowicz, Ranger, Army, USA. I'm sorry, my Polish isn't very good. Are you fit to drive?
Where to?
Wherever.
grieve for their dead. Such raw sorrow. Can't partake. Mine would flood oceans. It would drown me. If I let it out.
It's 1960.
1960.
Yes. You've stayed with us for 14 years. It's 1960.
I have to find a way to contact the U.S. military. I gotta find my unit, let them know I'm alive and ready for duty.
There's no more war.
It's over. No more military. No.
The war ain't over. Look at all these Nazis walking around.
They won.
It's over. The Nazis rule the world now. They are everywhere. Everywhere.
What about the U.S.?
USA, they, what's the word? Poddacie.
Surrender.
He surrendered.
Because of... Boo!
Atom bomb.
They surrendered 12 years ago when Nazi atom bombed their country.
Yes.
Well, then I'll find the resistance. I'll find them and I'll help them fight.
Oh, no, no, no. More resistance. Everyone is captured. If they leave, the Nazis have them. And who can say where they keep them?
I am a trained and experienced.
Now, lastly, there's not much here except an interrogation. However, there are a few collectibles in this room. There is a armor upgrade in the corner. There's also a letter. Be sure, and I do mean this, be sure to get it early, because once you finish this part, you will not be able to get it later on. Otherwise, this is it for the level. We will continue more with part 5.
Superior to people like you.
Until then, Wolfmaster of AKG signing out. Be sure to game on or game over.
Let me tell you how this is gonna work. I'm gonna ask you one question. You are gonna answer that question in a way I find satisfactory, and if you do not, I will saw your head off with this here appliance, you hear me? So here it comes. Where are you people keeping the captured resistance fighters?
I'm sure. I don't know what you're talking about. There is no resistance. Zur Hölle mit dir und deinem verdammten Widerstand! Okay, I'll tell you! Damn it! What do you want to know? The resistance fighters, where are they? Berlin, Eisenwald, Presen. But you'll never make it there. There are checkpoints everywhere. Looking for you and the nurse. And soon they will find this place. And then you will be on your knees!
No, gotowy, gotowy. Jesteś przystojny chłop, panie Błaskowicz. Nie taki przystojny jak ja, ale nieźle, nieźle. Pilnuj jej. Rozumiemy się? Albo ja cię znajdę i zrobię ci krzywdę.
Rozumiem.
Dobrze. Dobrze. Więc wybieramy się do Berlina.
We ask for your mercy, Lord, as we make to journey across dark waters. Grant us sound feet and silent breath. Refuge from the storm.